Car show weekend, kind of one of the highlights of your year, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You know, when you think about a car show and my father's name, and we're honoring his legacy. And last year we had about 80 cars or so. This year almost 200 cars. It's amazing how we've been able to grow it. James Stokes, my childhood friend, want to thank him, and Union Baptist Church, Pastor Craig there, want to thank them as well, and everybody who also bringing their cars. And so people, everybody, come on out. It's free, and then we're going to write checks for the local police organizations as well as the first responders. We always want to put our trust in both the police department as well as the first responders. So they have two great organizations, and that they adopted, and so working with kids in the community. So we want to help them out and write checks to those organizations.
It's about a lot of things, this show, but the most important thing, I'm guessing, to you is carrying on your dad's legacy, right?
Yeah, it really is, Fred. You know, he instilled so many great things in me, my work ethic, and, you know, my discipline. And we want to share his love for cars, because that's what he loved, right? His family, his church, and then cars. So we want to make sure that we continue that legacy. And it's so beautiful to see everybody come out. And then so many friends came out, guys I played with, guys I played against, people I just went to school with, people that were also teachers of mine. And so this is really like a great coming home celebration for me. And I took a lot of pictures and signed a lot of autographs.
You know, all over the country and all over the world, you're magic. When you come to Lansing, you're Earvin, right?
That's right. That's right. And that's what I love about home. People knew you when you was a little boy, and before you became Magic, and they still call me Earvin today, and I love that. And two of my best friends still live there, Dale Beard and James Stokes. So, you know, I talk to Coach Izzo all the time, and so home is home, and there will never be a place like Lansing, Michigan for me. I talk about it all the time, how I grew up, and the reason I became not only a champion on the basketball court, but also a businessman, is because of Lansing, Michigan.
I was trying to think on the way here, because I asked you last year what your favorite car was. And then I remembered when I was in high school, Earvin, I drove my dad's Electra 225. We called it a deuce and a quarter, and I think that was your favorite car, right?
That's it. That's it right there. We both, Fred, had the same car. It was a family car. And so when I went to Michigan State, my father gave it to me. And so that was what I was riding around the campus, in an electric 225 deuce and a quarter. It was brown, and in brown, the leather seats inside. I tell you, we had a great time, kept me warm. Also, it was heavy, so through the snow, it could ride and glide in the snow, easy peasy. So it was wonderful.
You don't have to be the man when you're in an Electra 225. When you're driving it, you feel like the man, right?
That's right. And then I had my first job at Quality Dairy. I would pull up in the electric deuce and a quarter, electric 225. And so I would have so much fun at Quality Dairy working. Man, you brought back so many memories. It's so wonderful when you think about all the things that I've been able to do. But the most important thing was we won the state championship at Everett High School. And then 2 years later to win the national championship at Michigan State. The thing that I wanted to achieve, I was able to achieve both of those things. And so it couldn't be any better than that.
Those titles are now 46 and 51 years ago now. Does it seem like it?
It doesn't seem like it. I know that it's been a long time, but when you win championships, it's just like yesterday. And so to be able to play against Jay Vincent since we were little boys, and us playing against each other, making each other better, and then to come together to go to the local school, Michigan State University, and lead them to the national championship. That was a great moment for both of us. And to play with the best, really, I don't know if there was a better player in college in the NCAA tournament than Greg Kelso. I mean, Greg dominated. That's why a big reason why we won the championship. And then to have shooters like Terry Donnelly and Mike Berkovich, and then Ron Childs did an excellent job as well. So for us to come together, Coach Judd, he coached, I mean, excellent game plan throughout, not both of my seasons, but throughout the tournament. He was on top of his game. And that's why I see Coach Izzo, he's always on top of his game. You know, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Both of them men push you. They want players who are mentally and physically tough players. And so I'm just happy to be that I was able to be a Spartan, and also that Coach Izzo allows me to still be a part of the Michigan State even today.
I interviewed Carlton Valentine on the radio this morning because he's going into the Lansing Hall of Fame Thursday night. And I didn't know this. He said the reason he became a Spartan is in 7th grade in the national championship game, you threw that no-look backwards pass to Kelser and he went in for the dunk. You can do that at Jenison in practice. How do you do that in the national championship game?
Well, you know, first of all, congratulations to Carlton, because to win back-to-back state championships at Sexton High School, being a coach, first, he was a great basketball player. He understood his role, and he really played his role well at Michigan State, but also even before Michigan State. And then to turn around and be a state championship coach, no, he's well deserving of going into the Hall of Fame, and congratulations to him. Also, thank you for his son as well. So you know, when you think about throwing those passes to Greg, it was just wonderful, Fred. And again, it ended up us being the national championship. That's all I care about, that we were the national champions and we won.
How would your life be different today without it?
Without basketball or the championship?
Without that championship, you still would have played in the NBA.
Oh, I still would have played in the NBA, but it wouldn't have been as I wouldn't have been as good, and it would have haunted me, just like it's haunting Larry Bird right now, right? And so you think about, see, I want to, even now, I want to win at everything that I do. It eats me up when I don't win. And so I'm thinking about the Piston loss in '89, I think that was. I'm thinking about the Celtics loss in '84, when we lost also to the Sixers in '83. When you think about me, I'm always thinking about, I'm replaying all those losses I had in the NBA Finals. So I'm not a guy who takes losing well, and I've always been a guy who thrived to be better every single season, but also to win. That's all I care about, winning, and I cared about making sure I was a better basketball player the next season.
Jace Richardson is entering the NBA now, and I understand you've reached out to him and you've confided in him. Can you share what you've talked with him about in terms of advice?
Well, Jace, all he has to do, I want him, first of all, to get stronger going to his right hand, right? He's got to get stronger. And then he's got to get stronger physically, right? Because the NBA game is different from the college game. So when you think about, he's got to take the physical play that's going to happen in the NBA. But he got to be stronger going right, because everybody's going to see he loves to go left. So if he's not comfortable going right, he's going to have problems. So once he gets his right hand down, and also be able to take the bump once he goes to the hole and to the basket, and you get that initial bump. He has to fight and go through that bump and still finish for the and one or for the score. So I think he has a tremendous upside, man. His game is just special, and I think he went to a great organization in Orlando, I think it was, and so I think he'll be fine. He's going to do well, and another great situation for Michigan State to have another great player go from Michigan State to the NBA. So Coach Izzo can be smiling once again that he sent another good player to the NBA.
I don't know if you've looked at the Michigan State football schedule yet, but I noticed on September 20th, they're at USC. You're not going to go, are you?
I think I'll be there. I'm excited. I think we're going to be better this season. Second season under Coach Smith. I think our quarterback will be better because I think he's the key to our season again. After having one season, full season, being the starter at Michigan State, I think he's going to be outstanding. And so I'm looking forward to not only them coming to LA, but also the whole season. I think we're going to make a bowl. We'll be a bowl team this year because we could have been one this past season, but it didn't happen. But I'm looking forward to it happening this season.
This is a key time for Michigan State. A relatively new president in Kevin Guskowitz,
Yep.
A brand new athletic director in Jay Batt. How important are these hires among these changing times as Michigan State moves to the future, Earvin?
Very important because first, it's important for all our kids who come to Michigan State to get a quality education. So that's number one. Number two is important because they all have to work together, right, to make sure we deliver everything that we promise these young people when they hit our campus in East Lansing. And then last but not least, it's a NIL world. So we got to raise money to make sure we can compete with the other schools. So those are the reason why it's important. People come to Michigan State to get a great and quality education. They come because they know that also our sports teams, from the women's gymnastics and on, and our hockey team is really good right now, on and on and on, so they come to see great football, great basketball, both men and women. So it's important that we deliver on the sports side, but first, before sports, is the education side. And so also protect them on that campus. So make sure that they know that they'll be protected, that they can roam free, they can enjoy their time away from the classroom and feel safe. So it's all those things.
2 other dates before I know you got others to do to let you go. November 9th, the Lions play against the Commanders in DC. Are you going to go easy on the Lions this year?
Easy on a Super Bowl contending team? Are you kidding me? Listen, the Lions are just outstanding, well coached. Give ownership a lot of credit. They brought in some great people to run the organization, and then pick the right coach, and then they pick some outstanding players. Wow, they're in the hunt for a Super Bowl like we are, right? And so at the Commanders, so I give them a lot of credit. I'm so happy for the state of Michigan to have the Lions in contention, the Tigers. Man, it'd be great if both of us, the Dodgers and the Tigers, end up in the World Series. The Detroit Pistons, look what happened, man. They are so good now. And so when you think about on a professional level, what the professional teams in the state of Michigan are doing is outstanding. So it's great to be a person living in the state of Michigan right now in terms of sports. And then we always know that colleges and high schools are always good in our state. So it's going to be wonderful, that game, two teams that have a chance to win the division and win the Super Bowl playing in DC. So I'm looking forward to that game.
You stole my thunder. You told me about 5 years ago. Your dream is the Tigers to play the Dodgers in the World Series. We're closer to that possibly happening. What are you gonna do? Wear a Dodger cap when they bat and a Tiger cap when they bat?
Well, you know, Norm Cash, Mickey Stanley,
Yeah.
Lolich, Freehand,
K-Line.
Case Brown, Kane. I can tell you everybody. I can tell you the position. I can tell you everything about the Detroit Tigers back in the day. And we had a legendary announcer. Man, when you think about, oh, I could just sit here and tell you stories. When I think about, you know, it's been two great, Vince Scully, and to be able to grow up with an outstanding announcer and then to end up owning the Dodgers and hear Vince Scully, those two were the best.
So you listened to Ernie Harwell a few times, huh?
For sure, for sure. And so this is, you know, I love baseball. I fell in love with baseball because of that, right? And because of those Tiger teams.
Very good. I appreciate your time. I could go all day, but I won't. Look forward to seeing you Saturday. What
9
time?
to 2, Saturday, 9 to 2, Union Baptist Church. And look forward to seeing everybody. God bless you. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you very much, Earvin.
All right.